Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and our today's question is print the pattern. In this question you are given a sequence of numbers starting with n. Without using a loop, replace n with n minus 5 until n is less than or equals to 0. Then replace n with n plus 5 until the n regains its initial value. Complete the function pattern which takes n as input and return a list containing the pattern. Okay, so the problem statement is saying that कि हमारे पास एक n given है. We have to print this n using some pattern. Now what is pattern? We have to decrement our n each time by 5 unit. Okay. If n is equals to 16, so first I will print 16, then I will print 16 minus 5, then 11 minus 5, 6 minus 5 and so on. I have to print this until I get my n that is less than equals to 0, until I get n equals to 0 or n is any negative number. If I found n is equals to 0 or any negative number, then I have to increment that n again. I have to increment that n in next steps till I found a number which is equals to n. Okay, so in this question you are given 16. So first I print 16, then I print 16 minus 5, then I print 11 minus 5, then I print 1 minus 5, so I get minus 4. Now minus 4 is my base condition which arrives. So after that I have to increment again with a 5 unit. So minus 4 plus 5 I get 1, 1 plus 5 I get 6, 6 plus 5 I get 11, 11 plus 5 I get 16. Now I regain the initial value of n. So I will stop here and I have to return this. Okay. So I had solved this problem using recursion. Okay, see, I had created one recursion function. I am calling that function in my pattern main function. Okay, so what I am doing here, firstly I created a base case that the recursion should stops when n become less than or equals to 0. When this condition is met, the value of n is added to the list. See, I had created a list. I had created this list. When this condition is met, the value of n is added to list and the function returns the exist and function will return. Okay. Now what I'm doing in my recursion code is that if n is greater than 0, if this condition is not met, which means my n is greater than 0, then the value of n is added to list, value of n is added to this list, then the function call itself again by reducing n by 5 unit. Okay, then whatever this function returns, that is also added to my list, that is also added to my list. Okay. Okay, so after doing this we know that if our number is added in decreasing pattern, if our number is adding in decreasing pattern by subtracting 5 from each step until n. Okay, sorry what I'm saying. हाँ, I was saying कि जब हमारा नंबर ऐड हो रहा है डिक्रीजिंग पैटर्न में बाय सब्सट्रैक्टिंग 5 हर एक स्टेप में वी आर रिड्यूसिंग अ नंबर बाय 5 until our n becomes less than equals to 0, then they are adding back to an increasing order. If our number becomes less than equals to 0, then back uh, we are adding back that number in increasing pattern as a recursion unwinds. Okay, so now I'm using this function in here. So what basically I'm doing, I create an empty array list for storing the number. It calls the recursion function for n, an empty array list. Finally, it returns the list array which now contains the required pattern. Now, for example, wait, I'm taking this example. Okay, when n is equal to 16, on first recursion call for 16 comma my array arr. Number 16 is added to my list. This is my list. Number 16 is added to my list. Okay. Then this will give a recursion call for 11 comma arr. Then 11 is added to my list. Then this will give a recursion call for 6 comma arr. Sorry. 6 comma arr. Then 6 will be added to my list. Then this will give a recursion call for 1 comma ARR, sorry, 1 comma ARR. So 1 is added to my list. Now this 1, when added, it gives a recursion call for minus 4 comma ARR, minus 4 comma ARR. Then minus 4 is added to my list. Okay, minus 4 is added to my list. Since minus 4 is less than equals to 0. Okay, so here is the case when recursion is unwind. Okay, and on returning from recursion, I will return here. So minus 4 is added, then I will again add 1. It will returns to this will add 6. This function returns here, it will add 11. And this function returns here and it will add 16. So this is the final pattern which I get. Okay, so this would be our final pattern. Okay, let's try to run this. Yeah, so all the test cases are passing, which means my code is correct. So thank you guys, thank you for watching.